أما بعد فإن أصدق الحديث كتاب الله وخير الهدي هدي محمد صلى الله عليه وآله وسلم وشر الأمور محدثاتها وكل محدثة بدعة وكل بدعة ضلالة وكل ضلالة في النار. ثم أما بعد، أحبتي في الله، تعلمون نحن أتينا إلى هذه الحياة بإرادة الله تبارك وتعالى وليست باختيارنا، إنما بإرادة الله تبارك وتعالى، كما هو الذي خلقنا وخلق هذا الكون العظيم. وسنترك هذه الدنيا، سنترك هذه الدنيا عندما يريد الله تبارك وتعالى. وهكذا يأتي أقوام ويرحل آخرون أو آخرين. هكذا حال الدنيا، وهكذا أمرنا في هذه الدنيا، يأتي أقوام ويذهب أقوام. فحالنا في هذه الدنيا كأمواج البحر، حياتنا كأمواج البحر، يأتي موج يختفي ويأتي موج آخر ويختفي ويأتي موج ويختفي، وهكذا. أو حالنا مثلنا كمثل النهر الجاري، فالماء الذي تراه ليس بنفس الماء الذي رأيته قبل لحظة، فالماء يتجدد، وأنت ترى الماء ولكن ليس الماء الذي قبل لحظة رأيته. وهكذا حالنا، يعني يأتي أقوام ويذهب أقوام، وهكذا. ولكن لابد أن نعلم هذا الامتداد، امتداد الحياة أو البشرية، هذا الامتداد لا يستمر للأبد، لا يستمر للأبد. يأتي يوم، بل حتى هذا الكون ما يبقى منه شيء، ينطفئ الأنوار وتجف البحار والأنهار وجميع المياه، يوم تبدل الأرض غير الأرض والسماوات وبرزوا لله الواحد القهار. Brothers, as you know, we came to this life not by choice. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala brought us to this life. Wasn't our choice to be in this dunya. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He created us and He brought us to this life. You know, as He creates this universe. So some people born, some people die. So this is the way of life. From the beginning of this life until today, until the day of judgment, this is the way of life. Some people die, some people born, newborn, and some people leaving this life. So this is our situation in this life, same as the waves of the ocean. You see a wave, disappeared, another one coming, disappeared, another one coming, disappeared. You see that if you stay by the ocean, by the sea, you see the waves. You see this situation. The waves coming and disappeared, and then more waves coming after. So this is the way of life. People leaving, people born, people dying, people born, until one day Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will stop his life. No one continue. No more continue. The life is not going to continue anymore. There's a day coming, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala stop our life. We all know how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created us. We all live in the life of stomach. Everyone, we live in the life of stomach. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala brought us to this life. and then for some time we're going to live in this life, and then we're going to the second life, the life of barzakh, between the day of judgment, and then after to the life, the consistent life, which is no end, life, haya al-abadiyya, no more death, after the day of judgment. When Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala brought us from the graves, no one, die after that. Whoever going to the Jannah, he will live forever. Whoever going to the hellfire, he live forever. So this is, something we have to believe it. But very important for everyone to think about how you're going to end. يعني لكل واحد منا أن يفكر كيف سينتهي من هذه الدنيا، أو يرحل، كيف سيرحل عن هذه الدنيا. لكل واحد منا أن يفكر. فالآن أنا أحب أن أضرب أمثلة. لو معنا عمل ما، مشروع ما، فأمامنا شيء لابد أن نقضيه، ولكن لم يبقى لنا إلا ساعة واحدة، وبهذه الساعة لا نستطيع أن نكمل جميع ما نريد. فماذا نفعل؟ فنختار في هذه الساعة أن نفعل أحسن ما نستطيع فعله. فحياتنا هذه الساعة. فالآن على كل مسلم أن يفعل ما بوسعه، لأنه في آخر ساعة، لأنه ما تدري، الحياة قصيرة، الدنيا قصيرة، ونحن في داخل هذا الشيء القصير عندنا وقت قصير، فنحن نعيش بمثل هذه الحالات. أو معنا كمية من الماء، وهذه الكمية من الماء لا نملك غيرها، لا بد أن نتوضأ بهذه الكمية ونغتسل ونطبخ ونشرب وغير ذلك. فماذا نفعل؟ فنستعمل هذه الكمية لأهم الأمور. فنحن هذه الكمية من الحياة باقية، فلا بد أن نستعملها في طاعة الله تبارك وتعالى. We all know we're going to leave. All of us, we know we're leaving. Nobody say I'm going to stay forever. But very important to choose how to leave. If we say, if in general to say you're going to choose, that's not right, because it's in the hand of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But there's a science, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said if you follow it, so you choose to end your life with a good way. And there's a science, if you follow it, you choose to end your life with a bad way. So this is what I mean by to choose. Very important to choose how to live this life. Very important. Our situation, like we have a business to do, or we have something to do, and we're not finished yet, and then we have only 1 hour to do everything, and this hour is not going to be enough to do everything. So what are you going to do? You're going to choose to do the best what we can in this hour, and then leave the rest. So this hour, this is your life. So choose the best, then leave. Or another example, like we have a bucket of water, gallon of water, and we are a bunch of people, and this water, that's the only water we have. So we have to use it for wudu, drink from it, and then cook from it, wash from it, and then you do some other stuff with this water. So it's a bucket of water, and then bunch of people, and we have no any other water. So what are we gonna do? We're gonna use it carefully, very carefully, and then we're gonna use it, for more important things we have. So this amount. So that's the amount of your life. So choose, what is good for you. So our situation these days, our situations, the weakness we have, because we don't look at the life like this. We don't look at the life like this. So this is our problem. We now look at the life like this. We mentioned a hadith last week, or we point to the hadith. The Prophet ﷺ, he said that Allah will put a weakness in your heart. This is the last part of the hadith. I don't want to go back to it, but he said, weakness. He said, okay, the reason of the weakness, he said that the love of this life and the hatred of death. So this is, if someone loved his life, he doesn't want to go back to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He doesn't want to go back to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And then you hear sometimes the people saying, I'm not ready to die. I'm not ready to die. Some of them not because he said, I don't have a good deeds. Some of them he said, because I have a lot of things to do in the life. Wallahi, this is what we hear sometimes on the social media. So you ready to die? No, I'm not ready to die. Why? It's nice if you say, if you hear, I want to collect some good deeds. I'm not doing good. I want to change myself with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I want to get closer to Allah, then die. No, you hear? I have a lot of things to do. I'm not finished yet. So, and this is, wallahi, this is sad. This is not something make you laugh. It's really sad. This is very sad. We care about the dunya. We see, the salah, we see the fasting and this kind of stuff. But when you come to the point, there's no life. There's no ruh for the ibadat. There's no soul for this ibadat. Just name and picture. There's no heart. Ibn al-Qayyim rahimahullah, the brother, he showed me, I was looking to what Ibn al-Qayyim said about your heart, how to take care of your heart. He gave an example. If we understand this example and use it, then we're going to be good and good end also. He said, the meaning of his speech, you have a land. You want to plant something. You have a land and you want to plant something. So what do? First, you're going to flip it and then you're going to clean it. If there's a rocks, if there's a grass, if there's any other plants, useful and not good, so you clean the land first and then you plant what you want and then you wait for the rain. Or you water it. So, and then I think you all understand this example. This is what the people do. If someone going to plant something, he make the soil. He flip it over and clean it and have it ready. You ever see someone without do anything to the soil and plant something? You don't see people do that. Why? Because the reality, the way of life, people understood that the plant is not going to grow good. It's not going to be any benefit. So that's why they go clean the land, they flip it and clean it, and then have it ready, and then they plant, and then they water it, or they wait for the rain to for their plant. If this is the situation, majority, majority, they think, we all believe or expect, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make barakah in this because, the process was good. If someone now take care of the land and then, throw the seeds, most of the people, they expect it's not going to success. He's not going to be success. And then if he did without take care of the soil before, in the end, his plant is not gonna be good. So in the end, he's gonna ignore it because it's not good. He's not very good. He's gonna leave it, no water. He's not taking care of it, right? Do you understand what I'm saying? Okay. So the same thing give this example to the heart. Your heart is a container of collection. Your heart is a container of collection. You all collect all bad, good and bad in your heart. It's not in your limbs. So the limbs is sharing. But anything you do good, you save it in your computer, which is your heart. Any bad you do, also you save it in your heart. It's just like the heart of your computer. Whatever you save in there, any file, so this is what you're saving, good or bad. So your heart, if you not clean your heart from disbelieving, from anything against Allah, anything against the Deen, anything against the Quran, anything against the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, if you not clean your heart, you cannot store good because you have to clean it first. Even if you listen to the Quran sometime, even if you read Quran sometime, even if you make dhikr sometime, even if you pray sometime, and if you're not taking care of your heart first, clean it first, so you're not going to get benefit. In the end of your situation, end of your life, you're going to ignore your heart, and then you're going to go to the dunya. You're going to listen what what I desire, telling you. Clear? Clear, right?
Yes.
This is what we need. How to end, how to leave this life. This is not just believe. We all know we leaving this life, but very important to choose how to live, to go back to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So if also how we living, some people Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless them with a good end, and some people not. If the person, he's looking for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and he doesn't want to accept Allah, and then even if he has mistakes, I'm gonna just give an example, short example. If someone, all his time, looking for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, looking for truth, he doesn't want to against ayah, he doesn't want to against the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Even if you have mistakes, a very possibility Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give him a good end. But if the person ignore, he hear there's the ayat, he listen to his desire, his flag, his group, his country, his madhab, his sheikh, his alim, he's such and such. This is very scary. This is very scary. And this is very, very possibility. There's a possibility for him to have a bad end. Why? Because if you choose Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala top of everything, even if you have mistakes, Allah will not leave you alone. Allah will bless you. Allah will give you a good end. So we have to be careful. So to believe, how Allah created us, and to believe how we going to live, to believe the barzakh, to believe the day of judgment, and we're going to stand in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is very important for every single one. Why? Because you're gonna put like a scale for yourself, so you're gonna be like organized in your life. This beliefs make you to be organized. If you have a weakness in this belief, so you're going to be loose. You're going to be loose. This is the reality. You know, who spread his account number, bank account? Who spread his bank account in the group? This is my account number. Nobody do that. So who's gonna tell people how he can get to his account? Nobody gonna tell him. Nobody. He makes sure have a password, account number. Nobody knows except himself. He care, and if he care, so we expect to protect his money. But if he ignore, if he spread his account, then we expect somebody steal from his account. The same thing, if we ignore, then we have a problem. So we have to be serious. This kind of belief help us to be organized, meaning to be care about the day of judgment, because the weakness of the iman make you to be careless. And when you're careless, you're not going to think about barzakh, you're not going to think about the day of judgment, you're not going to think what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to ask you. Then you're going to only think about this life, and this is not good. We know there's this life will end, right? We believe that. But we have to know also there's the signs. There's the signs, this life going to be end. There's the signs. I think we point to this in the khutbah. There's a major signs and there's a minor signs. So I'm going to talk about some minor signs, which has happened already, and some going to happen after that, and maybe some is not happened yet. So the first minor signs، يعني أول علامة من علامات الصغرى، من علامات الصغرى، علامات القيامة، أول علامة وبعثة النبي صلى الله عليه وآله وسلم. So the prophethood of the Prophet Muhammad صلى الله عليه وآله وسلم is the first sign of the last day. First sign of the last day. Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he said, "Bu'ithtu was-sa'a kahatayn." He said, my prophethood and the qiyamah close like this. Very close. Just think about it. Think about it. After 1400 years ago, he mentioned this. After 1400 years, what are we going to say? So this is from Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He said, my prophethood and the qiyamah, this much close. Not only this, we have another hadith. We have a hadith, not only one hadith, we have a hadith. We have a hadith which is Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he said, ما بقي لأمتي من الدنيا إلا كمقدار إذا صليت العصر. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he said, the life of my ummah, is just like between Salat al-Asr and Maghrib time. This much close. This much left. Meaning the whole day from the morning to Asr time. This is the portion before, and then what's left over is before from Salat al-Asr to Salat al-Maghrib. This much left from the life of the Ummah of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Another narration mentioned that the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam one time he prayed Asr late before sunrise, and then he said what is left from the life of my Ummah from now to Maghrib. Even less than Asr, from Asr to Maghrib time. So this is the first alama or the sign of the last day happens, which is the prophethood of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wa alihi wasallam. And then we have the second alama, اقتربت الساعة وانشق القمر. The time of the في زمن النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم أشار إلى القمر أشار إلى القمر ودعا الله تبارك وتعالى فانفلق فرقتين حتى رأوا الجبال بين الفرقتين بين القطعتين، فحتى سألوا قالوا الكفار قالوا سحر أعيننا، ثم قالوا اسألوا المسافرين من خلف الجبل، فلما سألوهم قالوا نعم رأينا ما رأيتم، قالوا هذا سحر مستمر. What kind of magic this? Even he make magic, to the other people, which is even far away. So they said this is the magic. So
You have to repeat from the beginning in English.
oh, sorry, I'm lost.
No,
Huh?
you have to begin the alama from the beginning.
So I don't know from where I missed what I did. So I'm going to go back to the beginning. Sorry. So the second sign of the last day, the moon became two pieces. Time of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. The Kuffar Quraysh, they said he make magic in front of us. So make us to see something which is not right. And then they said, ask the people who, the travelers behind the mountains.
Allahu Akbar.
Allah.
Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah. Ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasulullah. Ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasulullah. Hayya ala as-salah. Hayya ala as-salah. Hayya ala al-falah. Hayya ala al-falah. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. La ilaha illallah.
So first, they asked him to give him, like a miracle, So he pointed to the moon, and he asked Allah subhanahu wa taala. So Allah subhanahu wa taala showed him a miracle. He made the moon two pieces, and then they said this is a magic. And then some of them they said, ask the people, the travelers from far away, they're not here. Maybe they're gonna say we didn't see nothing. So when they asked the people, they said, yeah, we saw what you see. And then they said, wow, this is, his magic even affect the people even further. So they said, this is magic. And this is not going to happen again. Well, the first one, which is Bi'athat al-Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, the prophethood of the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, is not going to happen again. This has happened one time. And then also, a moon become two pieces. It's not going to happen again. This has happened. Time of the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam is not going to happen anymore. I think I'm just going to stop. Leave some time for questions. وصلى الله وسلم على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. Anybody have a question? Yes, brother.
This is a clarifying question. When I was growing up, my dad, for example, my sister was about to get married, or at least she was eligible to be married. And my mom always would tell my dad, why don't you try to get some eligible bride or groom for her. And my dad used to say, well, it comes from upstairs. And so the day there would be a groom ready for her, he is going to wake me up and tell me, go and get that. So when you started today's lecture by saying that choose to live your life wisely, like choose to live your life, So I was thinking about that. So the choice that we make, doesn't that also come from upstairs, or no? I know it's a very. So how do we reconcile that?
It's a good question. How you choose? I point to it in the beginning. What I mean by choosing, coming from up, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told us to follow obedience of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You are going to have a good end. So disobedience to Allah is a sign of bad ends. Obedience of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is a sign of good ends. Also, for what you mentioned about your sister, I'm going to ask you some questions, and then you're going to get the answer from the questions. Today was the temperature was 57. Tomorrow is going to be 47. You're going to wear the same clothes? Why? What are you going to do?
Get ready.
Okay, you're going to get something warmer, right? Okay, why not just leave it to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? So I think you had some nice pizza, but if you not eat from now to tomorrow you're going to look for food, right? When you get hungry. So we follow the reasons, we follow the reasons, and then we rely upon Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It doesn't mean we believe that the reasons do for us what we're looking for. We follow the reasons, and we leave it to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to choose for us. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we have many ayat and hadith. If we talk about the ibadat, about the worship, how to worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and then if you do what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala promise us for the good end, promise us with the malaika waiting for you, promise us the malaika welcome you, promise us the Jannah, promise us His mercy, promise us, if we do good, if we follow His obedience, if we follow His command and His Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So this is the way. That doesn't mean you not look for marriage. Leave it to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He give us this life, and He give us to choose in this life. Even for the iman and this believe and disbelieve, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He said, choose whatever you want. This is the right thing, this is wrong. Choose whatever you want. And then also, Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he said, تُنْكَحُ الْمَرْأَةُ لِأَرْبَعٍ. People marry a woman for a reason. لمالها ولدينها ولحسبها ولجمالها فاظفر بذات الدين تربت يداك. He said people marry a woman for 4 reasons. Some people, they marry a woman just because she's beautiful. Some people looking for a woman in a good family, like a name from that family. Some people, they're looking for a rich family to marry from a rich family. And some people looking for a religious woman. So the Prophet ﷺ, he said, choose the religious one, you're going to be successful. Choose the religious one. So meaning you choose. And also, Prophet ﷺ, he said, مَنْ أَتَاكُمْ تَرْضَوْنَ دِينَهُ وَخُلُقَهُ فَزَوِّجُوهُ. So whoever come to you and you accept the amount of deen he have, and then you accept his akhlaq, so marry him. So meaning, this is by choice. You look, I look, and then we choose. This is not good for me. This is not good. Doesn't mean we looking for something, we going to get it. And this is happening many times. We looking and looking and looking. We're not getting what we looking for. There's a maqula in Arabic that said, أنت تريد وأنا أريد والله يفعل ما يريد. You want something and I want something, but Allah do what He wants. If Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala do based on what the people looking for, maybe in 1 hour, this life will be corruption. Some people looking to steal, some people looking to kill, some people looking for bad stuff, so it's going to be, based on what the people want, Allah do it for the people, so in 1 hour, all this universe is going to be upside down. It's going to be corrupt. Yeah. So I hope inshallah answer your question.
Thank you.
Yes.
Who are are the VIP people that go straight to Jannah fast? What's their character?
The Anbiya wa Rusul. Directly go to the Jannah. You know, we have no doubt that the messengers and prophets, they directly go to the Jannah. We know the Siddiqeen, which is the top of the truthness they have. So they go to the Jannah. Whatever Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala needs messenger, give him good news. They will mubashirin, they go into the Jannah. Shuhada, they go to the Jannah. So the righteous people go to the Jannah. So whoever die upon good action, go to the Jannah. So we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for all Jannah.
And this cannot accept from us.
Allahumma ameen ya Rabbil Alamin. No question. I hope, inshallah, you understand everything I said. Inshallah. بارك الله فيكم وجزاكم الله خير.
آمين.